I know at some point you wanted to become an influencer. Otherwise, why the fuck would you click on this video? You probably thought, or at least I did, you know, YouTube is saturated, people won't like me. But today I wanted to like share an idea that I had of why all of that is garbage. So let's just get started. So I kind of wanted to talk about YouTube. So recently I was just thinking about YouTube in general, right? And I was thinking like, you know how like in part of the conversation it's, oh, I won't create a YouTube account because YouTube is saturated, or video creation is saturated, or content creation is saturated, or TikTok is already saturated. You know, people always use saturation as like an excuse of not creating it. And I think it's wrong. I think that YouTube is never saturated because I think we're heading towards a society where a lot of things are just personalized, right? So in a sense, each of the people that you follow represents what you like as an individual, right? So you can imagine that each of the YouTube subscribers you subscribe to, they are your friends, or like in your perspective, they're your friends, or they're your mentor, or they're your X, Y, and Z. And each individual has their own thing. You get what I'm trying to get at? So you can't really saturate because, like, think about this. Like, this is you, right? And in your ideal form, you have this friend here, you have this friend here, you have this friend here, right? And they match you perfectly, which is not the same thing for another individual. So another individual will have a set of different friendship and characteristics that they like to talk, or the way they talk to you is a lot different. So you connect with them on a different level. You get what I'm trying to get at? Yeah. So essentially, you can never saturate. It's like there are people who will like us and there are people who hate us. But the people who follow us, they like us because the way we speak, the way we talk, the way we think matches them specifically. It's like if I had, for example, if I had to choose a friend, then us YouTubers would best match them. So our personality, our type, our characteristic, our video editing, our style will match some distribution curve of some individual, right? If we think we're highly intellectual, right, we're gonna capture these audience here. If we're talking about more basic topics, then it will capture this X number of individuals here on this bell curve. So and here's the thing, content creators come in and out, right? There's some YouTubers that are here 10 years ago that are no longer here. Like if you think of, you know, Ryan Higa, like, I mean, I don't know if he's fully gone, but he's not producing videos. So someone else would take his place, someone else that would match his, like, think about it as like not keeping up with your friends anymore, right? So that friend goes away and another one takes his place. And over time, each individual has a set of subscribers that matches them very, very well. And the success of your YouTube is contingent upon your own personality, right? Like how many people can you personally affect in your own life such that they would want to be your friend, or they found value in you. And like obviously there's some people who nobody wants to be friends with, right? Like I'm being real. I know what you're thinking, but let's not mention it.
Alright, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, so that's the same thing too, right? Some people will not succeed on YouTube because their underlying characteristics, their personality, their editing style, just them as an individual, nobody really resonate with. So they won't have that capture, right? And some individuals, everybody can be friends with, right? Like, you know, for example, Mr. Beast, like everyone sees something in him that they would like, you know what I mean? So that's why he has a lot of subscribers. And some people, like, you know, some topics are not really interested. You know, maybe like I've seen someone's YouTube channel where it's like, it's just primarily, they follow a different world that I don't follow at all, right? So it's like that. It's YouTube is creating only pocket worlds within itself. So you can't really, like, there's some YouTubers that have 9 million, 10 million subscribers I've never even heard of. So I think that's the same thing too. It's just you find your audience. Your audience find you and you find your audience. It's just a natural reciprocation. And yeah, so essentially YouTube can never be saturated because as long as you provide value, people will come.
You existing as an individual is already such like unique, like no one can ever.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So your uniqueness, your experience, who you are, how you carry.
Everything that you bring is maybe may not be as valuable as, and like you said, there might be people who have no value, who don't provide you. Nobody wants. And those people will not. And then there's people who would succeed on YouTube but have better. That's not easy, right? You can be the nice person and everyone will love you. You have to reach.
That's true.
You have to edit and so you have to kind of entice one to watch. No matter how charismatic. So I think the saturation thing, like you said, is not really an but like, oh, I don't want to.
Like it never crosses that threshold. They never even wanted to do it, and it's just another excuse for that. But I just wanted to sort of expand on what I saw, like in terms of like we're heading into a world where everything that you get, everything you buy, everything that you connect, your social connections, everything are all personalized. They're for you and you only. Like you can tell that the world is splitting into that realm, which I don't know if it's good or bad. It just is. But you can tell that there's like some certain underlying aspect appeal to a lot of people, right? So like TikTok, you know, Mr. Beast, you know, like the way he storytelling connects with everyone. Fast video edit, you know, fast information appeals to a lot of people. So there's certain underlying characteristics that a lot of people get behind, and like those patterns yields X number of people, right? Let's say it appeals to 10 million people versus, you know, maybe talking about these topics only appeals to 1 million people. So it's kind of like that. But that's just what I found interesting. I found it that we're picking our friends, like we're picking our digital friends in some sense. And this YouTube thing, like I'm sure that like we have friends, right? So my assumption is that the way we talk will appeal to some other people.
Well, like
yeah. Oh, well, at least I'm hoping. Like you know, who knows? Maybe we're just talking out of Which is possible, right? Like you just make an assumption.
Well, this would be. Oh, he's like everyone loves him, right? But I'm pretty sure he had doubt too. You know.
Well, he found what clicked to a lot of people. That's all for today. Bye.